Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball, so I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me, so I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here.
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 I belong here.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
I like to stay active. I try to come in here at least 3 times a week and just get my 1-hour workout in. Since September, I think I've put on 22 pounds of muscle. I think my vertical has gone up plus 5 inches. I've gotten a lot faster since then too. I can hit the ball further. In football, I can push people around more. It's basketball easier too. Just being stronger just makes everything easier.
Brandon started with gym rats basketball training. After one of the sessions, he came up to me and he wanted to know if he could do more. So Brandon started the EDGE program in November, in addition to the club training he was doing, because it offers personalized programming for his athletic goals. PSN Performance uses a long-term athletic development pyramid. At such a young age, it's really good for Brandon to set the foundation of athletic development. Since he is in season all year round, he has to be ready for all the physical demands. So he does a lot more strength training, just because in basketball he sprints and cuts a lot. In baseball he's doing a lot of sprinting. In football he does a lot of sprinting and jumping. So preparing him to withstand the physical demands of those games, he does a lot more strength training.
I like all the lower body stuff the best. I do goblet squats, split squats, back squat, front squat, a lot of those. Tyler knows what's best for me. He always points me in the right direction. He just pushes me to go harder every day.
In 4 years, this could be you.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts.
You belong here!
Area sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House for week number 14. Well, game number 14 since we got 2 this week. And kicking things off here is the Leo Lions and the Carroll Chargers. And Joe, and we were talking about this a little bit here. This will be the last regular season game you and I ever do together.
Yeah, Brandon, I just cannot express my excitement at that very fact. You know, we're coming down to the end of the season here, right? We're coming down to the end of the season here, and I'm absolutely just juiced up right now. You know, this is what it's all about right here. The closing stages of the season. It's sad that this is going to be the end of the road for us here in the regular season. We got the playoffs, though. We're not going anywhere just yet.
Yep, got one more week here. Saturday is senior night, but you'll be with Tech during game time, so
Absolutely.
I'll be flying solo here. So we talked about it a little bit, or at least we covered it a slightly bit last week. The standings are pretty much getting solidified here.
Yeah, I think it is solidified. I think the matchups are already set. Just
because even
if
if Homestead wins out, they're at 8 points,
Yeah.
and even if the Vipers lose, they're at 9. So the standings are set.
Yeah, so we get a little preview on Saturday, or at least you get a preview of the playoffs because it'll be Carroll and Homestead and, Vipers and Leo. So, just a little teaser for you there on Saturday. A little bit of a warm-up, but, so really all that's left to play for now here is Carroll, see what they can, how they can close out the regular season. Frankly, that's really about it. There's not really anything else of consequence that's going to transpire here outside of Senior Day. So,
yeah, which that is on Saturday. So join us for that one. Puck drop for Saturday is scheduled to start at 4 p.m. But we'll pause for the anthem here. So coming out of the anthem, we get set for puck drop here. You and me got a little thing going in the NHL right now.
Yeah, they play tonight, don't they?
Right now, actually. The puck drop is down. Lightning and Rangers.
You know, if I may, that reminds me the announcement of the Winter Classic is coming. And
During the period, during like the first intermission or something like that.
And the fact that we're bringing an absolutely garbage Chicago team into it again is disgraceful.
I heard something about on the NHL Network.
And St. Louis, a team they've already played. I think it's disgraceful.
I heard somewhere on the NHL like radio for Sirius XM, they were talking about Columbus getting something, an outdoor game over at Ohio Stadium.
I don't know if it's going to be that would be great.
I don't know if it's going to be the Winter Classic or if it's going to be like what are they called?
I don't think you'd have a Stadium Series game there. It would have to be a Winter Classic at that stadium. So, you know, if they played Chicago and Columbus at Ohio Stadium, that I would be on board with. But the fact that we're running it back with a game we've already played, at an arena we've already
times,
and a team that isn't even, neither of those teams are even any good, and on top of that, a venue we've already been to, I think is disgraceful. Just want to put that on the record since you got me on that with the Lightning Rangers game.
Side note, I think our Stadium Series jerseys for the Rangers are god-awful.
Really? I don't think they're that bad. I'm still trying to make up my mind on the Devils ones. I'm kind of in, but I'm also kind of out. I don't know. I think I'll have to see him. Oh gosh.
Here's a 2-on-1 here. Brana's shot, and it is into the safety netting. We got Mulholland against Van Antwerp tonight in the goals. Cancer night totals we have here on the back of our sheets. The raffle in 50-50 raised a total of $6,794.23. T-shirt sales from Cancer night equaled $540. $7,334.23 was raised from Cancer night.
Yeah, great stuff. You love to see stuff like that happening. Truly great to see the support that always happens around that event.
It's worked out the center ice here over to the near side. Phillips tries to get inside the zone. It's knocked away, and it's back to center ice. Ben Frog able to backhand this one into the zone here. Stops behind the net. This one fed across. Here comes Braun into the zone. He gives chase, pokes it away from Amick. Braun centers out to Klein. Wristed it towards the net. It hits a couple skates and goes to the corner here. Under a minute has gone by here in the first period. Leo with it now to the near side. They're coming down the ice. Stop behind the net around to the near side. Cup will throw this one out of the zone. As White gets it, there's a backhand save made. Rebound pops out and scores. Forgive my confusion there for a second. I thought he kicked it, in all honesty.
Well, let me see this one, too, because I'm not even sure. I mean, this one looked like a bit of a softie, but we'll see what happens. I mean, so we got White here. Just kind of throws it at the net.
Okay, yeah, it kind of got hit, and it just bounced off him. Okay.
I mean, who's even going to get the goal? I don't even know who's going to get the goal.
I don't know either. It just kind of threw me off guard a little bit the way it went in.
Yeah.
So 13:33 left here in the first period. Carroll on the board first. Face-off one here by Carroll. As Klein has it, and there goes the scoreboard. Lovely. We're going to blow that one dead. According to the board, we got no time left. The period's over. Great first period, boys.
Sign me up, dude. Sign me up for that. I'm sorry, that was rude.
No, it's just these cords are getting all worn down. I mean, like I said, these things have probably been in here since the place was built.
Yeah, you can say that about a lot of things here that probably could be replaced.
So these control boxes down there, the scoring boxes, literally have to be in one position. If you breathe on them, the scoreboard freaks out. So they reset the clock to 13:33, so I'm going to hold my clock until now. As this one is sent out. It sounded like Pedersen, if I'm hearing right. I forgot to hook up the boom mic. That's great on my part.
It was Pedersen. I'm going to say that was at 13:45. 27 seconds.
So 13:33. So this one around over to the far side. It is worked out to Robinson. This one dumped inside, almost nailing Pecoraro here, one of our officials for tonight. Blessing is his opposite.
Yeah, that one woke up Pecoraro, I think, if he wasn't already awake. That one came at him. That's all I'll say.
Tied up here along the far side, worked free and into the Leo zone. Haynes gives chase, picks it up, and tries to send it down the ice, trying to catch Carroll in a change. Taken away, near side corner, Carroll with it. Oh, they lose it. Austin goes off the boards, trying to clear it out of the zone. Cannot, held in. As Cup loses an edge there, and the tie-up goes to the corner. Lovely spot over there, right where the Zamboni doors are. We've seen this thing bounce away weirdly out of that corner.
Yeah, I mean, it bounces weird everywhere nowadays. I mean, stanchions all over the ice, so just give you random bounces.
This one into the zone. Schwartz gives chase. He steals it. Feeds out to nobody as it's picked up now by White. It's kind of a blind pass. I think more help was coming, but it was too late. Here's Pedersen now, the goal scorer right now for Carroll. Out to Crawford, near side. Kraus in the middle. Back over to the near side. It's way ahead of Braun, so it's played now by Amick. But yeah, just to think about it, we got, in terms of days, we only got 2 more days, and in reality, 3 more games total.
I think we've got 10 days until the city championship. I mean, we are coming up on it very quickly.
We got, you're not here Saturday. We got the 2 first round games on Wednesday, and then the champion next Saturday.
I know.
So we only got 3 more games here.
Yeah, and a prime time start of 8 o'clock on for the championship game, because why would we start it, at 7 or 7:30 when we could start it at 8 o'clock?
I wonder if there's something else going on that pushed it that far back.
There would have to be.
Especially with it being here on rink 47,
do you
rink
have
1.
spacemen?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the schedule.
I mean, because usually the spacemen are the ones that play unnecessarily late.
Here's a red shot wide of the net.
I guess that's on brand for high school, though, because we start our second game for high schoolers at 9 o'clock on a school night. So,
yeah, I miss the days when it was, 6:30, 7:40, and
it was like 6:40, 7:30, and 8:40 back when I played. The good old days.
Phillips goes off the wall, gets it back inside the Leo zone. Murphy has it over to the far side. There comes Calhoun with speed, gets around Baldwin. Calhoun, a backhand, scores!
Yeah, that was really good stuff there from Calhoun. Just goes right around Baldwin, no problemo, and sticks it on the backhand and just finishes right past Van Antwerp. So nicely done there from Calhoun. Whoop, right around him, no problem. Hold it, whoop, up, there you go. Nicely done there by Calhoun. 1-1 hockey game here.
Yeah, Baldwin kind of stopped skating right there, trying to make a play, and ends up getting pretty much deked out around. Probably would like him to see kind of continue back skating, but at a slower pace if he's going to make the move there.
I mean, Calhoun's a talented player, so it just it is what it is, and I believe that's the younger of the Baldwins, so it is, lesson learned.
Finfrock over to the far side. It's intercepted here by Carroll. Klein picks it up as it's turned over. Here's Robinson. Rolls away from him. Klein intercepts a pass, and he's going up the near side. Klein with a wrist shot. That's redirected to the corner by Haynes. This one worked up to Finfrock. Into the zone, shot towards the goal. Van Antwerp the save, and plays whistled down. We'll keep an eye on things in the ECHL as the Comets have head out west tonight in the first of a few games over in Kansas City, taking on the league-leading Kansas City Mavericks.
I did not know. I didn't know they were playing today, and I didn't know Kansas City, of all places, of all teams, was leading league. I found that out about 2 hours ago. So that was news to me. Kansas City, not one you traditionally think of as an ECHL powerhouse.
Here is Shurik. Poked away, out to the point. Carteau with a wrist shot. In and out of the glove of Mulholland. As it lands to the far side, towards the goal, goes wide. Tied up, worked around the wall over to the far side. Schwartz is there, backhands it back below the goal line. It'll die in the corner. Leo with it here. Schwartz to Hendricks. Onside, Hendricks back to Schwartz, gets hooked on the play.
Oh, you know what? I didn't get a great look at that one, but he definitely was very much up in the business. I don't know if I would say he was on the gloves, but he was very much up in the business. So we'll roll with that one and a big opportunity here for Leo. That was a great scoring opportunity for them for sure. Honestly, I don't hate the play there by Baldwin to take that penalty. That might be one you almost kind of have to take. Take your chances on the penalty kill. Quick. That was fast. Guess that's what happens when there are 2 goals in the first 5 minutes.
This one's sent over to the far side. Robinson into the zone. Taking a look, feeds out to Finfrock. Behind the net, Robinson taking a look back out to Finfrock. It's poked away and cleared by Ganal. Yeah, you and me were kind of debating on who we'd see in net for Leo tonight. I was wondering if it'd be Mulholland or Demarest because the Spaceman Elite were out of town. And real quick, here's the centering feed broken up, and it's cleared out to the blue line. Haynes with a wrist shot. Pad save made. Rebound popped out. Robinson with it. Robinson to Finfrock in the high slot. Scores! A power play goal. Leo leads 2-0 or 2-1.
Yeah, there you go. So Leo, like I said, big opportunity for them there on the power play. They capitalize and put themselves in a good spot here. They got their first lead, I think, of the season against Carroll, and it comes at a semi-opportune time here late in the season. So good stuff for them as Leo converts on the power play, and Carroll, can't be getting in the box.
But back to what I was saying, I was thinking it would be like Mulholland or Demarest because Spaceman Elite were currently up at Fraser, Michigan, playing the Metro Jets Elite, and Bomber being on the Spaceman Elite. I wasn't sure if he took the trip up north or not.
Yeah, well, he is here. He just didn't get the start tonight. They, for the second game in a row, go and play one of their other goalies. So I think Bomber is I don't even know if he started the first 2 games against. I think he started 2 of the 5 maybe that they played against Carroll, which is, not personally how I would play it, but I'm not the coach.
Face off one here by Leo. Sent down low for Hendricks. Centers in front and knocked away by Klein. Hendricks with it to Schwartz, and it rolls off his stick. Hendricks tries to stuff it. The net is off. Play blown dead. Prior to you coming, I was talking with a relative of Alex Hendricks, and this is her first time here since she was able to make it out. She's been healing from a broken foot, I believe. She's been unable to come the entire season, so she's had to watch on us, and she is very grateful for that.
Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Gotta love providing that service to the hockey community here in Fort Wayne. That's what it's all about.
This one's knocked out of the zone. Here's Braun with the thievery with a shot, and that one is gloved down by Mulholland.
Yeah, it didn't really have the angle. There was a defenseman there for Leo that was in a good spot and didn't really let him get going in the way he probably wanted to towards the net. So good positioning there from the Lions.
Here's Ganal into the zone here. Gets around Eamon Ganal. There's a shot pad save made by Mulholland. As it is sent around to the near side. Off the wall, cleared out the center. Shearer up to Braun. Back to Shearer as he goes to the corner here. Shearer behind the net. Takes a bump on the play, and Murphy picks up here. Worked out to the blue line. 5:51 left here. Braun a shot. Save made Mohon. He will dive on this to cover.
Yeah, just some shoving in front of the net that we don't need to be
I heard
doing.
a couple extra whistles there.
Yeah, it's just stuff we don't need to be doing. So, but it looks like no penalties coming, so it's all good. I really miss the chairs. I'll say it. We were really living in luxury here for a couple of weeks.
Face-off won by Leo Murphy. Picks it up behind the net. Skating down the far side with speed into the zone. Kraus pokes it away. Played by Meyer with a shot. Save made Van Antwerp. It is played behind the net. A tie-up by Pedersen and Reith. Chapman, excuse me. Here's Kraus. Taking a look. Will go up the far side. Shoots it into the Leo zone. As it's around to the near corner. Played up ice. It'll be Kraus off the wall. Gathered up now by Reith. That was stolen away by White. Calhoun. Again, there's the trouble with that corner right there. There's a lip right where the doors are. Or they're spraying too much water where this hand comes off.
Could be. It looks like there's a dip over there. I'd say
that's what it is.
Enough, yeah.
I
mean, it's noticeable from way over here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This one off the wall. Phillips clears out of the zone. Haynes picks it up in his own defensive end. Has Fiedler on him. It will be tipped inside the zone by Calhoun. Play back at center ice by Calhoun. And Finn Frock will shoot this one into the Carroll zone. Here's Lalonde up to Overbay. Feeding out to the middle. Intercepted by Hendricks. This is dumped into the zone here. Around over to the near side. Hendricks with it. Drops it for Reith. Shot towards the goal. Knocked away Van Antwerp. Schwartz in front to Hendricks and is just ahead of him. Lalonde fans on this. It'll be picked up again and backhanded out to Overbay. Dumps this one into the zone here. As it's cleared down the ice, got to watch the players, and they are good. Shot on goal and gathered up here by Reith. Here is Austin as a dangerous attempt there was made. As Leo carried it right in front of their net. This one's knocked down. Played by Shearer. Oh, he hits Ganau in the skate. Bouncing puck rolls out of the zone. 3:15 to go here in the first period. Haynes over to the far side. Schwartz tips it inside the zone. Klein with it. Feeding up ice. They find Shearer. And he'll throw it into the zone as it's played far side by Knoblau. Lips dumps this one into the zone here. As it's picked up now, Baldwin. To Braun. He'll backhand it up to White. White in the zone here. Cuts back to the middle. Poked away by Amick. Loose puck far side. As this one is out of play. Behind the net, Leo picks it up. It is Murphy. To Roth. Played at center ice here. Loose puck. Chopped out by White. He'll get it inside of the Leo zone. Taking away Cup. Cup tries to make a move. He's met there by Murphy. Loose puck out to the blue line. Held in Baldwin. Far side Cup. Out for Carteau, thrown at the net, blocked by Calhoun. 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Is behind the net. Murphy circles back around. Roth has it. Loses his foot in there as he goes down. It is Cup to the far corner, out to the blue line for Baldwin. Feeds Carteau with a wrist shot, blocked there by Finfrock, and it is into the safety netting. So, back and forth game right now for these teams. 3 goals on the board, 2 by Leo, 1 by Carroll, and only 1 penalty so far in this game. It was converted on the power play by Leo. So specialty teams on one side of the spectrum, perfect. On the other side, not.
Yeah, no bueno on the other side. But you know what? It's okay. It's a long way to go here. Still, just this 1-goal game. But Leo going to be happy that they're in the driver's seat here right now as we start to approach the end of this first period.
Tied up near side. Here's Krause with a shot that's knocked down by Schwartz. Second opportunity wide. There's a shot by goal. As it is. Played by Hendricks. Here comes Hendricks. Feeds over for Schwartz, and it is in his skates. Couldn't receive the pass very well at all.
Nope.
As here's Krause the other way. Another sharp angle try wide. Now into the zone here. Far corner, Haynes tries to clear. He sends it down the ice, and this is going to go for an icing.
Pretty solid pace of this period so far, Brandon. I mean, it's obviously almost over, so we've been doing pretty well here tonight. Some action on both sides. Always good to see.
Face off one here by Leo. They can't clear. There's a wrist shot. Save made. It pops right up into the air. Lands behind the goal. Klein at the point. Thrown on net. That one is off a skate of Shearer. Klein again towards the goal. Wide. As that will do it here. Period ends. Leo's up by a goal right now, 2-1. We'll take a break here. As you are watching high school hockey here on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports looked a lot different back in 1952 when Jim Kelly opened his first dealership in Fort Wayne. 70 years later, that original dealership has grown into the Kelly Automotive Group with 14 brands in 3 locations, including our new Fort Wayne Auto Mall and Kelly Chevrolet on Lima Road. Fort Wayne continues to support our local teams and businesses. Thank you for 70 years. We could have never done it without you. Visit us today at drivekelly.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Back here at the Sport One, Parkview Ice House. Carroll down by a goal right now. They trail 2-1 as they look for the solution here to start the second period.
Yeah, they're up in shots on goal 10-6, which I'd say feels about right. They've kind of had the advantage here, but they're just not pumping them through, which has kind of been a common theme for Carroll. Is they've got all these shots on goal, they just don't finish these goals off. Well, today, having a much closer game than they've had the last couple weeks. So we'll see how they're able to adapt here and if they can get this one tied back up here in the next 15 before we head to the intermission.
So ESPN's rocking him for some reason. I hope it's just a spacing issue. They got Tampa Bay with only 7 wins on the year.
Yeah, that's not right.
It's ESPN for
Come
you.
on.
So.
Come on.
7 wins and 59 points. The math don't math.
No, it does not, unless you are just racking up loser points at an unprecedented pace.
They got 5, according to ESPN.
That's probably right.
This one's dumped down the ice as it is picked up here by Carroll. They'll get it inside the zone here. Oh, it takes a weird bounce. It's far side. Braun in front again now. Save made there by Mulholland. Had to be quick on that one as the shot comes from between the hash marks and the crease. Braun, far side. Out to the blue line. Back to Ganal, over to the near side for Baldwin with a wrist shot.
How does he
and
get
scores
way out of there like that? What happened there to
I didn't even
Holland?
really see it. I just see him going down here.
He's nowhere to be found on that.
I got to see this one here. I was watching the play.
Yeah, me too.
So there's the pass out to the down low to the side. Fed to the blue line. Oh, he lost his footing.
That's tough. Yikes.
Oh,
so what,
that's
is that Shear
that's
that ends up with the
unfortunate.
goal? Yeah, that is. That's tough.
Slides over and catches the divots in the crease. So 53 seconds into the period, Carroll ties this at 2. Here's another opportunity. Kraus looking over to the far side. It is wide.
It is Shear.
So Baldwin also will pick up an assist. And Ganal. So Shearer gets his second of the season, it looks like.
That's surprising.
It feels like he should have more than that. Unless I'm reading this wrong. Oh, he's got one. Now 2.
Wow.
So hard to believe Braun leads the league in penalty minutes.
It's those 2 intense, man. They add up for you. He's got a 2-point lead, by the way, in the scoring race.
This one works behind the net. Here is Austin. This one is blocked. Goes to the near side. Hendricks trying to weave his way through. Cannot. As it's played here by Kraus.
I thought he was about to go offside.
Here's Cup. Leaves it for Braun. There's a shot save made. There's a slap shot from the point. He stopped. Canal spin around try. Blocked in front. Carroll keeps in. Klein another opportunity.
Oh.
Tipped on front. Save made.
Uh-oh. High stick incoming here.
Yep. So Carroll will get their first opportunity here. As Murphy heads off.
Yeah, so Braun in front of the net. Murphy goes to try and lift his stick and ends up whacking Braun. So now Carroll gets a power play.
So 2-minute power play here for the Chargers. Let's see what they can do with it. Here's Cup. Hatziger now over to the far side. Here's Kraus. Down to Braun. Taking a look. Feeds in front. Cup, a backhand save made. Rebound, scores! White on the power play.
Yeah, good reaction time there from White. This puck, good vision here by Braun. He was eyeing this one up the entire way. Gets it over to Cup. Cup kind of just makes the backhand spinny little shot here. And then White will look like he was tied up, but is able to get his stick free and quickly just hammers that one home. So Carroll, the PPG, it didn't take him very long either.
Face-off won by Calhoun. Knoblau with it as he races up the near side. There's puck into the corner here. White plays it around to the far side. Picked up now by Cup. He goes back to the near side. This one's cleared down to center ice. White with it. He'll dump it into the zone here. Scoring update for you and me, Joe. End of the first, 0-0.
For the Comets already?
No, for Lightning.
Oh, I was
Rangers.
gonna say.
Fast
Cool.
against Quick, and there's a penalty.
Oh, I don't know. Tripping? Really? I didn't see a stick in there, but okay. I'll take it. I'll take your word for it. So now Leo, 1 for 1 already. We'll see if they can go 2 for 2.
Yeah, both teams 1 for 1. Power play units are perfect.
Yeah, been working well so far.
We'll see which penalty kill is going to be the first one to get it done. So Carto to the box, as is played now by Austin. Fed over for Haynes. Haynes in the near side. Oh, loses it. Here comes a short-handed chance by Braun. Braun, forehand, scores!
That was pretty disgusting stuff there by Braun. Can't even lie. Gets Mulholland leaning. Short-handed goal. I thought he was going to just slip at 5-hole with how much speed he was coming with. I thought he'd just casually go to the backhand and tuck at 5-hole, but no. He's like, we're going to work it a little more than that. That's pretty good stuff.
I don't understand what happened right there along the wall. I thought Haynes shot it down into the corner. I don't know if he just fanned on it or if Braun knocked it down.
It's kind of a vicious move there from Braun. I was done with a little bit of authority.
Here's Kraus. Braun almost got it again. Amick with it here as it's up in the air. Glove down by Ganau. Ganau backhand save made Mulholland. Ganau to Braun with a shot. Scores! And right now the only one left in this power play is Carroll.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know what to tell you, Brandon. I mean, really. I'm just not shocked by any of this that's transpired here. I mean, I'll just be 100% honest. This puck is loose. All these Leo players are absolutely watching it, have no idea that Braun's walking right down Broadway. It's too easy,
Timeout call by Leo. When we return, we'll have more action here on Flow Sports, or Summit City Sports. Flow Sports is tomorrow.
Waffle breakfast sandwiches are dropping at Tim's. Our sweet, fluffy maple waffles, packed with a fresh cracked egg, savory sausage, or sizzling bacon, and melty, gooey cheese. The Maple Waffle Breakfast Sandwich, made to make your day. It's time for Tim's.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House as we return from our timeout. Right now, the only one who's loving this power play is Carroll. They've rattled off 2 shorthanded goals in the span of 21 seconds.
And there's still 1:14 still to go, and predictably, as exactly was the case last time these two teams played, Bomber makes his way into the net. I'm sorry, but what a shocking development.
So we'll see what happens here. The goaltending change. Mulholland comes out, Bomber comes in. And we'll see how this works itself out here as Leo's still on the power play now for a minute. As that one's blown for the offsides, 10:22 left in the second period. Dang it.
What?
Mom, it's just my nose. I can't breathe.
That's tough.
Face off one here by Leo. Goes over to the far side. Reith will dump this one in the zone. Last thing I need is to get sick. I mean, at least I'm off work for the next 2 days because of the spaceman. So,
yeah, man, they're just really costing you money with having to take all this unpaid PTO.
Yeah. The games were supposed to be like 2 weekends ago, but
are these
Nature.
Even makeup? Yeah. So
yeah,
these are.
Mother
Did
Nature.
they just now find out about these dates? Like, was this a Monday morning thing? They figured that out?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Here is Cup. End of the zone. Still 20 seconds to go here on the power play for Leo. There's a backhand. Scores! And yeah, like I said, the only team who's loving this power play is Carroll right now, and they're trying to kill it.
Yeah, Schwartz is heading off for that. I mean, frustrated. I would frankly be frustrated too if I gave up, well, you know, what was a close game, if I gave up 3 shorthanded goals in a minute and 45. I mean, I don't even blame him.
Oh, I'm trying to turn off a boom.
Oh, he just got sent off. He just got sent off.
Well, he might need a stick.
What, did it break?
Yeah, I mean, his blade's right there.
Well, in theory, that stick should be already over on the bench. Yeah, man, I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, it just, for whatever reason.
This game was 2-1 Leo coming into this period. And Carroll has rattled off
5 goals.
5 straight goals,
minutes.
3 shorthandeds in the span of their own penalty kill.
So here's my thing right now, Brandon. So look, obviously the only context in which this game matters at all is, you know, Leo may be building some momentum and confidence heading into the city tournament, and if Carroll is going to win their next 2 games and, you know, do the thing again, right? But the entire season, I mean, looking back through these notes, this is the third straight time these 2 teams have played that Leo's just laid a stinker. You know, there's no need to sugarcoat it. They got toasted for 5 goals at the very beginning of the game, you know, back in, you know, like the 3rd time they played. It didn't go very well for them, I don't think, last time. And obviously it has quickly devolved into a bad one for him this time. You know, 5-2 last time, but it was 3-0 less than 5 minutes in, and that game was never going to be brought back. 4-2, that one was close, but Carroll scores 3 goals in the second period and outshoots Leo 19-3. You know, we'll go back even further. That's a 7-1 game. They played in week 2. That one was reasonably close. Honestly, besides that, it hasn't been. And you know what? Again, I will say, it truly does not matter besides those 2 contexts. When it actually means something potentially next Saturday, if Leo can even get past the Vipers right now, then it matters. But it's just not. I don't get it. I mean, you give up 3 shorthanded goals in a minute and 45 seconds. Not even when you put them. I just don't know, man. I'm sorry. I just don't.
So Cup gets that one. And this is turned over. Here's Ganal looking down for Braun. Almost did it again as the power play finally over here. And we were talking about the penalty kill, which one would be the one to kill it off. And to say that, they did that effectively.
Yeah, maybe killed off any remote suspense in this hockey game.
Here's Roth towards the goal, redirected to the corner. Trying to stretch it up for Braun. It's intercepted by Murphy. Tied up at the blue line. Loose puck to the near side. He's dumped inside the zone here. Murphy, as that one's redirected into the safety netting. Play whistle down with 8:43 left here in the second period. Face-off won here by Leo. As it is knocked down at the blue line. Over to the far point. And it's going to be offside. Did you ever get anything for Schwartz from Mulholland?
Oh, I can look. It's a good question.
I'm not in the penalty
He
bar.
just got 10 minutes for unsportsmanlike. So he'll be hanging out. I think that covers the – I mean, honestly, he could just hang out in the locker room if he wants because that carries his 10 minutes into the third period. So, I mean, I would assume that they're going to want him to sit in the penalty box, but, you know, hypothetically, he really doesn't need to.
Tap here in the corner. Serafini works it out. Or it's kept inside the zone. It feels like the first time I've called Serafini tonight.
Yeah.
Knocked away. As it is play held in by Pedersen. Tied up, Knoblau and Cup. Loose in the corner, nobody sees it. As it's worked out to the blue line, held in to White. Down for Cup. Tied up here, Meyer has it, and he tries to clear. As this worked out to center ice. Onside here. Coteau, nice move with a shot save made there. Knoblau to Meyer. Meyer gets a hit there from Carteau. As here is Baldwin. Finds Wolf. Leads in front. That one is wide. Shirk around the boards. Held in by Baldwin. Goes down for Lalonde. Plays it to Wolf with a shot. Pad save made by Baumert. That's the blue line. There's a shot wire. Stick save made there. As it is played here by Austin. We'll just clear it down the ice, and this one's going to go for an icing. At this rate, I don't even want to know what the shot total is going to be here at the end of the period.
I don't even necessarily think it's shots. A lot of it's just goals. The shot total I don't think will be all that outrageous.
Yeah, it seems like Leo's been kind of hemmed in their own zone this period.
Oh, they have been. I just don't feel, no, I mean, you know, you're right. We'll see what it ends up being, honestly.
Here's Phillips in front for Braun, and nobody's back door, as Ganau and Braun were kind of in the same spot. Austin has it poked away by Kraus. Here comes Braun down the near side. Behind the net. Gathered up now by Haynes. Accidentally
I mean,
skates
that
into
kind
the
of
ref.
encapsulates how it's been going this period. That kind of sums it up right there.
Here's Kraus. Knocked away by Haynes as it rolls out of the zone and down the ice. Here's Braun. Braun with a toe drag as Haynes can't settle it down. Loose outside the crease. Ganau can't pull the trigger as Hendricks clears it to center ice. Tipped in by Calhoun. And now that one's sent into the Leo zone. Haynes near side, looking up ice. Missed everybody. Played here by Kraus. Into the zone. Kraus with a shot. Redirects off Haynes. Loose into the crease, and it is covered by Baumert. Since we got a couple seconds, Joe, you were talking about these state rankings have been announced here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. Sure, let me pull that right up here for you while we get this back underway. Let me grab that and get that loaded up here.
Usually they have them on the back of the sheet by now, but
I know. I think they're just waiting for a schedule. That'll probably be on the thing for Saturday, if I had to guess. So I guess we'll start with the unsurprising portion. That's Carroll is in 4A. That was no surprise to absolutely anybody. They're the 3 seed, so I would say that's pretty fair. 3 or 4, that's probably about right for them. So we'll see. You know, as far as I'm concerned, you know, they reached the mountaintop last year. You know, taking Culver to double overtime, you know, that's, as far as I'm concerned, you know, that's as high as you're going to go.
Culver team that went on to win their 6th straight state title.
In my book, if you're the state finalist, like, take the win, man. Take the win. Especially if you're going to ride them that close. That's a win on a win. So here's where it starts to get a little surprising for me. So early in the season, Leo, number 1 seed, 3A, which is what they are, I would have been like, yeah, you know what? Sure. I'm good with that. Right now, I don't know about that one. I mean, obviously, we don't follow these crossover games, like, whatsoever. But so here's where my questioning on the Leo 3A number 1 comes in, is that the Vipers are 2A number 1, which I just don't see the relation, at least from what we see here. Again, we have a very narrow focus here. We watch these league games. That is it. We don't follow the crossovers, and I'm sure that has obviously got an effect. But I just do not see that Leo and the Vipers are an entire class apart. I just do not see that. I think if Leo is going to be number 1 in 3A, the Vipers should have been, 6 or 7 in 3A. And if the Vipers are going to be number 1 in 2A, which I would say that's probably pretty fair. I think the Vipers placement is correct. I would think Leo should be, middle of that 3A bracket. So those were my initial impressions. Homestead number 1 in 1A. I'm good with that. I agree on that. I think it was everyone kind of knew that they were going to be right around in that area. So no further comment on that or Carroll. So those are just the one things I wanted to really kind of hone in on. We don't have brackets yet, so we can't really talk any matchups, unfortunately. But I think Carroll, I don't even remember exactly how it's drawn up, but I think Carroll plays Southwest Michigan, which I don't know. That's a team they've beat. I know that. So I think they wouldn't be too upset about that draw. And if you're a 1 seed, you can't really complain about your draw. You get to play the 8th-ranked team in your pool. So I don't think anyone's really going to be complaining on the other teams about their matchups. So that's kind of the long and short of it at the moment.
So teams looking for titles here. Carroll looking for their first one in 2-3 seasons.
Carroll, what? So they didn't win last season, but they won it the year before.
So 21. They're looking for their first one since 21.
No, 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, we're doing math here.
Yeah.
2021,
22.
Leo's looking for their first one since 2018, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's been a little bit. I don't even know
their
if
banners aren't even up here for a reference point anymore. They take down the Leo banners, but they still got Snyder, Northrop, and Dwenger up.
Yeah,
teams that don't exist.
Northrop's is a runner-up, and one of ours is a runner-up as well. So I'm not going to defend those actions. I'm obviously glad that they've got ours up. Got to represent. But hey, any rink people that might be watching, if you guys are taking that banner down. My dad was the president of the team back then, so I think we get dibs on that. So, I don't know, though. Shrocky's the GM here. He won't want that. Who am I kidding? He doesn't care.
And Vipers go looking for their first ever state title. And as far as I remember, here's Krause with the shot. Save made. It's knocked down in front. Rebound save made. Baumert. It's worked out, held in. Krause with it. As Phillips has it far side. The only person who's given me some kind of timetable was one of the officials, Jim Glick, was the last guy I talked to about it. He thinks that the last Homestead title, at least that anybody can remember or recall, came back in the 90s.
That's actually so incredible to go with how limited Indiana high school hockey is, and how you only have to be the best out of 8.
90s or early 2000s.
It's actually
nobody can pinpoint it.
It's actually wild that you're looking at 20 to 30-ish years without a state championship. That is actually mind-blowing, considering they won the league for 4 or 5 years in a row and had good teams. We played them in the state championship back in 2018. And that was a good team. Those guys were right there. Either one of us could have won that game. You did that game. Either one of us could have won that game. And they've had some good teams, man. But to come up short, for that long with the good teams they've had and just, by playing the odds, you'd almost think they'd have to have gotten one by then. But
everything's kind of gotten lost in the transfer from McMillan over to here.
Yeah, so just – high school record keeping in general is just incredibly hit or miss. That's why, look, no offense to these Carroll players. I'm sure based on the data that they've got, they are the leading scorers of all time for Carroll. Nobody should believe that. I'm sorry. That is absolutely not true. Carroll teams, oh my goodness.
Braun goes off the post.
I'm not saying it might not happen at some point. Look at this guy right here, right? But as of now, I'm sorry, that's just not accurate. There's no way. These Carroll teams a few years ago.
Here's Ganal. Tries to stuff it.
The net's off. You got to blow the whistle. Anyways, to finish that point, the Carroll teams, 5-6 years ago were hanging 15 on Northrop on a regular basis. So I'm sorry, that's just not true. It's just not.
Here's Ganal with a shot, missed it high and wide. Yeah, they had
some of the most disgusting high school hockey players I have ever watched.
Played. In 14-15, they had us. Our first playoff game was against Northrop, and I think it was 13-1 by the end of this second period. Here's Braun with a feed across. Backdoor try. Missed cup as it is worked out to center.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong. This is a great generation of Carroll players. I mean, Braun, Ganal, I mean, these guys, especially Braun, obviously, going to win his 3rd straight scoring title, 3 for 3. Nothing against them. Those stats are just not accurate. I mean, this Carroll team can hardly run the clock on anybody, Despite all the shots in the world, they can't run the clock on almost anybody right now, So, and again, like I said, double digits on the regular for those Carroll teams back closer to when you and I were playing. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Just based on the information you can find, I'm sure it's true. Based in reality, it's just not. There's just no way. So those are my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, so we'll see which teams can snap their streaks. Obviously, as we talked about, some teams more recent than others.
Yeah.
We'll see which one is able to break through this year in the state tournament. Like I said, both Carroll and Leo made it to their respective championship games, and I think they both lost in at least overtime.
Yeah, that's very tough. And that was after, Leo, the previous season, Carroll beat Leo in the Final Four to go on to win that 2A state title a few years back. So, Leo's been right there for a couple years now.
Out to the blue line, Klein a shot, save made, and Baumert has it.
After that first goal against from Cup, Baumert's really settled in here and steadied the ship like he has both of the times now that he has had to come in relief against Carroll. I know it's stunning stuff, but, it is what it is. Like I said, you know what? It matters next Wednesday and next Saturday.
That one's blocked, sent down low. Final 15 here of the second period. Here's Wolf. In front, and that one is wide. Klein spin around try, blocked by Finfry, gets loose in front outside the crease, still gathered up here. As that will do it. The horn sounds as Carroll takes a 6-2 lead into the intermission. We'll take a break here on Summit City Sports. You're watching high school hockey.
I've worked in higher education and I've worked at other institutions, but none have been like Indiana Tech. Our faculty are very student-centered. They're focused on the students. We know our students by name. We're excited to see them.
Indiana Tech focuses on relationship-based education, and we really try to have the faculty get to know the students inside the classroom and outside the classroom.
What I think the College of Business does especially well is to focus on students. They focus on student engagement both in and out of the classroom. They look for opportunities to help students become who they want to be.
The mission of the College of Business ultimately for students is for them to be ready for the workplace when they graduate, so that they can assimilate into a job and a career, and they are equipped with the information and the skills that they need to be successful in the workplace.
I would say there's one thing that I've come to know Indiana Tech to be, and that is that's an institution that is full of opportunity. Whether it be from the faculty side, there's always opportunity to do things, but students, I would tell you, there are tons of opportunities here. Take advantage of them. There are opportunities to compete and play sport, whether it be in the athletics department or intramurals. There's opportunities to earn a degree, obviously, but there's also opportunities to earn real-world experience while you're earning that degree. So take advantage of those opportunities while you're here.
We have a business core, and from there students can have concentrations in one or several different areas such as HR, marketing, management. We have degree programs in accounting and finance. So there's just a wide variety of opportunities for them here.
We think it's really important at the College of Business at Indiana Tech to get students involved in real-world business experiences right away, because it's never too early to start skill building. We'll bring authentic projects into the classroom for them. They may have the opportunity to work on a marketing plan, to work on a training program, to solve some business problem that's going on here locally. They'll have access to guest speakers. They'll have the opportunity to be be able to work on business projects with a local small business.
Our internship program is really cool because we start students off with a pre-internship seminar their very first year, so that they learn how to put their portfolio of work together. They begin to learn how their coursework plays into their career. And we also work very, very closely with our Career Center. And there are just a list of jobs available at any given time for our students. We in the College of Business also have an internship course where students can earn credit, actual on-the-job credit, while they're actually doing what they want to do when they graduate.
This is a significant position. This isn't just you're there to shadow. This is truly involved. So whether it be at Merrill Lynch, whether it's Parkview Hospital, Micropulse, Steel Dynamics, Zimmer, the list of companies is endless where we've had these in play. And every single one of the students that picks up one of these internships goes on to either an offer there or catapults from that internship into the workforce, into a position that they are more interested in.
We do an annual survey here of our employers, and we know that our students routinely do very, very well, and they're employed in all different kinds of industries and sectors. They're in profit organizations, nonprofit organizations, they're in healthcare, financial services, and they do very well. And I think a big reason of that is because we look for that engagement.
Students in our classes get to learn about project development, proposing ideas, marketing their own ideas, everything from helping a company with a startup project to creating a growth strategy. And I think that's really exciting because our students in classes right now are supporting their peers in starting businesses and marketing.
Indiana Tech College of Business is thrilled and honored to be accredited by the International Accreditation Council for Business Education. Having an accrediting body from an external entity accredit a school of business means that you have a validation of continuous improvement, of quality education. We live by rigorous standards that the accrediting body asks us to maintain on a regular basis, all the way from program decisions to faculty credentialing. All of these things are impacted through accreditation.
Our doctoral program on campus is the PhD in Global Leadership program. I think there are two takeaways from that program that are at the doctoral level that are really powerful. Every single person who enters the workforce has the potential to be a leader. They don't have to be a manager, they don't have to be an administrator. It doesn't matter what field they happen, which industry they happen to work in. They have the potential to be a leader. That's a component, a competency, a subject area that can be applied in almost any discipline. The second takeaway, I would say, would be the global component. We live in a global society, we live in a global marketplace, and so many of our students will not just be working here in the United States. Some students may find themselves working in jobs that take them to different parts of the world.
The advice that I would give an incoming college student would be to brush up on those time management skills, to not be afraid to ask questions, and to get involved. There's many things on campus that students can do, so get involved and have fun.
Some of these different things may involve internships. People gain valuable work skills through collegiate level sports. All of these skills can be brought to prepare students for success in the classroom and also, again, most importantly, in their careers as they move forward.
So a degree from Indiana Tech means that our students have critical thinking, they're creative, and they're always going to be learning. So they could go into a number of paths. I mean, they could start their own business, they could work for a small business, they could work for an agency, they could begin to market products. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunities for our students. They can take what they learn in their classes, having been applied to real projects, and figure out how to market those in the real world.
This league promotes finding diamonds in the rough, kids that didn't have an opportunity, they're on the wrong team, they had the wrong coach. If we can find those kids, which we have 20 of them now, that we build a team in 45 days.
I look at like the amazing facilities and like the coaching staff, like everything looked perfect for me.
It's kind of a no-brainer for me.
Here is, I heard, was very professional, and I had absolutely no idea there was such a big hockey community.
Saw the amazing facilities here and coaching staff.
Felt like it was a good fit for me. I noticed my confidence got up.
I think the system starts with what you do off the ice, right? And that's been our biggest challenge, right? Is taking these kids from different places in the world, right, and bringing them in and trying to establish a culture. And it's been difficult, right, to teach discipline, to teach accountability, to show up on time, right? That's where it all starts. We have the resources that, frankly, other programs don't have, and we try to utilize them to the best of our abilities.
I mean, they'll help each individual out as well as like all team stuff, so they do a good job giving everybody what they need to get better at or what they think they should be working on more. Our schedule's really nice during the week. We get a lot of ice time in the gym. All the facilities here are brand new, super nice, from the gym to the locker room. The rink is unreal as it is.
We work out twice a week here, and our trainers give us as much of the resources as they can to push us and make us better off the ice, to help us on the ice too. All of our workouts are kind of tailor-made for hockey players. And
the coaching staff helped me get better, like offensively. John Solway helped me like work on my stride, my edges.
His teaching is really good. He processes it in a way that makes it easy for us to kind of reciprocate what he's doing in a way that's kind of lower to our level.
For them to see the professionalism and the support that they have, I mean, it's second to none. It's remarkable to see, these guys, getting the chance to, talk to the, people in the community and the kids, and the opportunity to really have that moment to themselves, right? And have that opportunity to essentially, live the day in the life of what it's like to play pro hockey, right? I mean, they're around the Fort Wayne Comets. Earlier in the year, guys were coming out, and helping the kids. And it's remarkable because they get to see what it takes to play at the next level. Right?
Not only Josh, but we've got Jerry Most, who helps with our goaltending, and Paris Duffus, who is a familiar name for Fort Wayne fans, that really helps our goalies off the ice, and I think gives them the mental approach that they need to advance to the next level, as we know that's really important with goaltending.
He preaches accountability. He always makes sure accountability on and off the ice, actually. He makes sure we're doing the right things off the ice, and we're more importantly doing the right things on the ice, making sure we're always just ready to go, ready to play, never having our minds stray throughout a game or a practice, always be just ready to go.
We tell these kids all the time, from high school till about college to your junior years, you've got 7 to 8 years to work really hard and get your life on the right path, or you can goof off and not pay attention and get involved with the wrong people, and then the rest of your life after that 8 years is going to be pretty difficult, right? So trying to get them prepared for the real world is priority number one.
There's a lot of hockey players in the world, and you're not all going to make the highest team and not get noticed. Or you might become the best hockey player you've ever been at 20. You don't know when you're going to come out of your shell. So they have to have this opportunity to play, or they may never be seen.
Longest one. Let me go the main.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I just want to be the best in basketball. So I want to be the greatest of all time to play women's basketball. So I just know there's people out there working just as much as me. So I just want to keep working hard and keep that intensity going. And so one day I can pursue my dreams of being in the WNBA and playing overseas. So I just want bigger things to come in my life.
I remember when I started in March, she could do 0 pull-ups. She did have a great 25-inch vertical when she first started. She only weighed 150 pounds. One of our main mottos is do the simple things exceedingly well, and that's where we started. So we started the foundation, building her base, and now we've got to basically the peak of our pyramid of things that we can do with her. So we didn't skip any levels. We did all the basics, and she got really, really good at them, and that's what's led her to become as great as she is at basketball and performance.
I've watched her grow, the confidence-wise, the strength-wise, the jumping ability, her footwork. It's really amazing to kind of watch for a girl her size, being 6'3", 6'4", to move like she can move and do the thing and be as agile as she is, along with the strength.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead girls golf team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
At the University of St. Francis, you'll find everything you need to succeed, from business, nursing and science, to the arts, all with a 99% career success rate.
You belong here. Here.
Here.
I belong here.
Back here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House as we get set for third period action here. The puck just dropped here. As I will get our clock matched up here, I was getting some replays tweeted out over on the Summit City Sports Facebook page.
Well, they're not tweeted out if they're on Facebook. It's not a tweet.
Yeah, you know what I mean, Joe.
Oh, we're just trying to make sure we're factually
We haven't
correct
tweeted
on
anything
this
out
order.
all year on Twitter because
Oh,
X,
yeah, you can. You can with Hootsuite.
whatever that
Yeah,
is.
He's got me posting Indiana Tech stuff now on that.
We haven't posted anything out on Twitter all year because of the whole change with Twitter to X.
No, that's on, that's on production's truck
That's
side.
what I mean.
Yeah, that's not anything to do with what Elon and the boys are doing over there at X.
Well, either way. Huddle's got to come in and mess everything up. It was just fine the way it was. Here's Braun skating up the near side, or far side, over the line on the attack. Centers in front, now. I thought he got that one.
I did too.
Carteau in front of the low slot, a backhand. That one's stopped. White gives chase to the corner. As it is worked to the far side, Leo into the zone here. It is Austin who loses it to White. That one just missed the net here. Scoring update out of Kansas City. Carl Berglund gets the K's up 1-0 over the Mavericks right now to start things off.
Oh, yeah.
And Veazey with a backhand has the Rangers up against the Lightning.
Boo.
Hey, for a dude who came in on a tryout, he has played his butt off for this team.
That's great to hear. That's great.
He was with us there in our down years with David Quinn, and then he went to the Devils and then came back on a tryout, and he's earned a spot on the team. I'll give him that much. Here's Phillips, goes off the wall. Shearer up to Cup. Into the zone, far side, tries to make a move. He loses it on the stick handle. It rolls on net, play whistle down.
And just like that, now Schwartz gets to rejoin the event here, having served his 10-minute misconduct.
Oh, I actually completely forgot about that.
I did too until I saw the door open and he stepped out. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
Far side, Braun sends it down, finds Ganau. Trying to move, back to Braun with a backhand, missed it wide. This one is icing.
They took a minute to call that one.
I saw one official's hand up on the linesman. I didn't see the other one skating down. So that's where I got confused. Another face-off win for Carroll. Kraus goes above the net and wide. Phillips fans on the shot, and Carroll gets it back. Here's Ganell. In front, save made, scores! It sneaks through!
Well, all right. Who even ended up scoring that one?
I think it's going to be
It looks like it's
Braun's
Braun.
leading the way.
Yeah, well, if it's Braun, that's a hat trick for him. I didn't even necessarily see what exactly transpired here.
All right, good
He
question.
just kind of redirects it. Just kind of gets the redirect on it. And so that is apparently Braun's hat trick and the running clock.
Yeah. In all honesty, we haven't had too many running clocks this year.
No, we haven't. And so
at most, I think this could be the third at most.
It's kind of a rarity these days. It is for Braun, so that is the hat trick again. I think that's 3 hat tricks in a row for Braun, man. Dude is just on another level right now. He's just leveled up here.
Well, it makes my job easier since I don't have to stop the clock and get the stuff sent out on Facebook faster.
We love that.
Penalties, injuries, and goals. It's the only thing this clock stops for now. And I guarantee $5 will still not start early.
No, we won't. See, that's the problem. That's the issue in rooting for the running clock. It doesn't even matter because, we could have the ice sitting here. The ice at this rate is going to be clean and ready to go by 8:45. We still won't have teams on the ice until 9:02. Still, it wouldn't even matter. It drives me nuts. It's just not hard. Come out on the ice on time. The game starts the same time every week.
Far side is going to be cleared out by Leo. Sent all the way down here. No eyes here. I never actually looked at our linesmen. It looks like Hall and Juarez.
Yep.
Juarez, a familiar name for us. Homestead player back in the day. If it's the same Juarez.
Yeah, it is. Back in the day, as in like 2 or 3 years ago. I
Still
think.
back in the day.
I know, it is.
Potter's walking in. We might see him reffing our second game here.
Cool.
Whether it's linesman or banding, we have yet to be determined.
I'd prefer banding.
In front, and it's knocked away. So has Carroll lost the city game with interim head coach Des behind the bench?
Oh, Brandon, I
This
hate to
season.
break it to you, but they haven't lost a league game in, dating back to 2022.
Actually, yeah, one of my,
the beginning
sorry.
of 2022, my friend. It might even be the beginning of 21. I don't even know. Yeah, the beginning of 22.
So, yeah. so there's my answer.
Yeah,
if
I
I
was
pay
saying.
attention.
Yeah, so.
Carroll back on the power play here. Hey, I'm allowed a couple brain lapses. I'm the one that has the concussions due to either my opponents or my teammates ringing my helmet, scratching my $1,500 paint job when I was in college.
That's tough.
Even with a clear coat on, drove me nuts. We'll see one of those teammates in our next matchup, good old Mossy. He's the only one that shot the puck so hard I could literally smell it as it came back out of the net. Oh, it was a burning rubber.
Statement.
No, literally. He shot it so hard, it got through me, and I didn't even see it. I could just smell the rubber as it came back out. Hey, when they shoot 100-plus miles an hour, it can go fast. I guarantee Louie and Moss could do it.
I mean, I'm not disputing it, but.
Braun gets it back in the. Who was offside?
Huh? I don't know. I didn't see it either. I didn't have a full view of it, but I'm with you. I'm like, what?
Whatever. It's offsides.
Yeah, whatever.
Here's Cup. Over for Braun. With a shot. Stick save made by Baumert. Behind the net. I'll say you don't do that with the score like this. I'm sorry. That's just disrespectful.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
I thought he was.
I would have laughed, frankly. I would have laughed. I think it would be funny.
Here's Ganau.
If you don't want someone to do it to you, just play better. This is my opinion.
Braun being challenged here by Meyer.
Yeah, I might
Braun
be smelling a goal
separates
here.
Braun behind the net. Circles around on the near side, out for Kraus. To Braun. Towards the goal, it's blocked. Drops behind the net. White. Backhanded down low, Braun. Back door! White just missed.
Yeah, must have missed his stick because there's no way he didn't hit that wide open net.
As here comes Kraus. Loses it. Oh, gets it back. It's loose. Fanning on it. White can't get it to go. Wow.
I mean, there were two players that had a wide open net opportunity on that one way or another missed it. Yikes. It's tough.
Wide open now. Bomber nowhere to be found. And two Carroll players fan on a puck that is sitting literally 2 inches, maybe not even that, outside of the crease.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there for the taking.
That's a gift. Wrap goal right there.
Yikes.
So, this one is to the near side. It's so unfortunate. Kosh is the only one who's pulled off the lacrosse.
Yeah.
And then if there was anyone who was going to do it, it probably would have been him. That's still my objective in our last 5 or so games before we're done. I want to try one more lacrosse and try to get one goalie.
We shall see.
Obviously, the goalie probably ain't going to be happening in this one.
No.
Tie up far side. Still digging for this one as it's finally worked out. There's a shot by Overbay, saved by Baumert. Face off our side. Not much to talk about right now anyway.
Yeah. No statement. No further comment.
Face off won by Carroll. There's a shot wide of the net. Oh, my first board stopped. This one is knocked out of the air. Played now by White towards the goal. As Austin goes back around to the near side. And it's cleared down the ice. And it will be an icing. Something that I feel like hasn't even really happened that much this game either.
No, one of the other good things about this game is that it's not really had a ton of whistles. It's been moving along with some fairly solid pace. Very encouraged by seeing all these some of these Viper players already out here half dressed. So
they're paying attention
so
to the game.
There's no excuse. It takes 2 minutes to put your tops on. So
yeah.
I hope everyone is being alerted to the fact that we're probably starting early here.
It would be nice.
At least they should be.
So I was always pretty much one of the first ones ready to go, whether I was starting backup or not even scheduled to play.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue on the start time might be the officials, but you can get them ready pretty easy.
Potter's been really the only ref I've recognized come inside.
Well, I think the other ones might have been here already. The thing is for the refs, so I think they get here about half an hour before the game for these. But it always doesn't take them all that long to get dressed, so you should be able to whip that pretty quick. I'm hoping we can get going here at about 8:50.
This one's sent up to Cup. 4 minutes and counting here in the third period. This Cup drives to the slot, poked away. And it is taken away by Chapman. He loses it as it's far side. A couple players go down. Chapman tries to center, hits the outside of the net. As it's thrown on the goal as it's redirected wide. Serafini has it behind the net, tries to center. It bounces wide. Still loose. As the puck's all the way down in the Leo zone here. Canablau trying desperately to get it out. He's forced back. Being pressured by Lalonde. There's a tie up. And right now, time just ticking away. This one's cleared down the ice. Klein picks it up. Has the pressure from Serafini. Fiedler with it, dumps it inside the zone. Pad save made as Murphy has it. As this one is worked inside the zone here. This one, oh, it's in that divot over there along the Zamboni door. Eventually worked free, thrown towards the goal, knocked away, as it is out to the blue line, backhanded further into the zone here. As Leo clears out to center ice. Carteau near side, gets it over. And he gets it back now as he was playing give and go with Patrick Lalonde. Murphy has it as he's trying to get it out of the zone. Cannot force back. Over to the far side. Robinson looking up for Calhoun. Baldwin can't clear. Held in by Fenfrock. 1:30 to go. Baldwin has it, goes off the boards, around to the near side. Patrick Lalonde gets a hit there from Robinson. Overbay has it. It's cleared off the wall. Finfrock backhands it into the Carroll end. Up for Shurik. Loses it. Reith gives chase. Far side quarter. As there's 1 minute to go here. Haynes with it. Over to Crawford. The pass is missed. Lalonde has it, and it's over the line here. Thrown on goal, and it is out of play.
Yeah, we'll see if we get another face-off here. It looks like nobody's making changes, so we should.
Just 26 seconds and counting here. Pretty much take the knee on this one, and we'll call it a day.
I agree.
And win the face-off. That shot is blocked. A second opportunity. Redirected. Save made. Loose out in front. And it's cleared out into center ice. Hendricks over the line here. Trying to make a play in the dying seconds of the game. As that will do it.
Yeah, Brandon, I don't really have anything more for you. I mean, statement win by Carroll, no comment. Don't have any comment. Nothing new.